Greetings gastronauts, this is KeefCooks, I'm Keef, and today I'm going to show you how to make something that's maybe an essential if you do a lot of sweet cooking, and it's really easy to make. It's golden syrup. So let's do some shout outs. I've got a new Patreon superfan, Amy Simon, thank you and welcome. Got a new ordinary Patreon fan, Hannah LaRoche, and a request for a shout out from Joseph Carway and his friend Evan, and Joseph has got KeefCooks tattooed on his leg. How about that? So I've done quite a few recipes recently that have used golden syrup, and some people, especially Americans, are puzzled by this because they've never heard of it. And you know, you can get it in international stores or through Amazon, but you will pay quite a lot more for it than we do in the shops. And really, substitute wise, people have said a mixture of light corn syrup and dark. I don't know, we can't get that stuff here, and I think I'm pleased. Anyway, golden syrup is actually really easy to make, and if you make a lot, it'll keep for years. You know, it's liquid sugar. It's not going to go off or anything. So yeah, dead easy. Let's do it. Okay, ingredients for your golden syrup, very, very simple. Sugar, water, lemon, that's it. So, but there's actually two components. There's a caramel and there's sugar syrup. So for the caramel, you want 100 grams of white granulated sugar, and you want a couple of tablespoons of water. And for the syrup, you want 500 grams of sugar and 300 millilitres of water, which needs to be brought to the boil. So I'm just going to make up the sugar syrup. So I need to boil the 300 ml of water in the world's sexiest kettle. And I need to get the lemon juice out of this lemon. And just plop that into the sugar. Give it a stir to dissolve the sugar and add the lemon juice. Got my sugar in the pan and just need to melt it. I'll also add the water. And when you're making caramel, don't stir it, but you can shake it. If you stir it, it's likely to crystallise, and once that's happened, it's good for now. So I want that sugar to melt and turn golden in colour, which might take about 5 minutes. Meanwhile, there's my syrup. Sugar's all, well, pretty much dissolved in there. Okay, I can smell that is starting to go. It smells a little bit like toffee, and you can maybe just make out the colour is beginning to darken. Just turn the heat down a little bit because it's actually looks like it's all evaporating, but I'm sure it isn't. Right, that's definitely golden, so now we add the sugar syrup, and be careful because it might splatter. But just give it a good old shake, get it all mixed in, and then bring it to a simmer and let it simmer for about 45 minutes till it thickens somewhat. Right peeps, right, here we go. There's our syrup. Now, I think that's probably okay. It looks thin, it looks too thin and runny at the moment, but it does thicken up when it cools. So I've got a couple of jars which I've sterilised by boiling in water for 10 minutes, and I'll just put my syrup in. Oh, do you know what? I haven't tasted it. Ooh. I'm getting the sharpness from the lemon. Nice. So that's your golden syrup. Now, if it doesn't set to the right consistency, if it's too runny, you can chuck it back in the pan and simmer it for a bit longer to reduce it. If it's too thick, you can loosen it up, make up some more sugar syrup, you know, a half batch, and then stir it into the original. So it's the next day, and here's my golden syrup, which I have fixed because, as you can see from this time lapse, the original version was pretty thick. That time lapse actually took about 5 minutes for it actually to level out. This is the right consistency. Look at that. Ooh, gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. It's a little bit darker than the commercial one, but don't worry about that. Does the trick, tastes right. And yeah, so if you're struggling to find golden syrup, you can make your own. It's not difficult, so good luck. And that's that. I hope you enjoyed it. Now please do the usual: likes, shares, comments, subscriptions, donations, patronage, all that good stuff, or just some of it. And thank you for watching, and see you next time.